Looking at 11 through 15, I want you to notice the difference between 11, 12 compared to 15. These are stuck by multiplication, so I'm going to use FOIL. Here I'm going to distribute if necessary and combine like terms. So when I distribute a plus sign, it changes nothing. And so as I look at this, notice that I have 2 groups at the square root of 3i, and I have 5 groups at the square root of 3i. Positive 2 plus positive 5 is 7 groups of the square root of 3i. Positive 4 and negative 7 is negative 3, and if I write it now in standard form, negative 3 plus 7, I'm going to put that I in front. Let's look now at number 12. I'm going to distribute this negative 1. 3 minus 2i minus 5 plus 1i. Combine like terms. 3 minus 5 is negative 2. Negative 2 and positive 1 is negative 1, and it's in standard form. Now, moving on to number 13, I'm going to FOIL. Front, outside, inside, and last. Now there's 2 i's here. Those 2 i's turn into a negative 1, and negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4. So when I combine like terms, 12 plus 4 is 16, and negative 8 and positive 6i gives us a negative 2i. Taking a look right now at number 14. So in order for us to simplify this and write it in proper form, we cannot have an I in the denominator. And since I have 2 terms here that are separated by addition or subtraction, I'm going to multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. 3 minus 1i, 3 minus 1i, both top and bottom. Okay, so let's start by FOILing. FOILing to get front, outside, inside, and last. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. I times I is I squared, which is equivalent to negative 1. Before I simplify it, I'm going to do the bottom. Remember, when you're multiplying conjugates, you get to multiply just the front and the back. So positive 1 times negative 1 is negative 1, plus we have 2 i's, which is I squared, which is equivalent to a negative 1. The bottom is much easier to simplify. Negative 1 times negative 1 is a positive 1. We have 10 in the denominator. Okay, up top, negative 1, when you multiply, negative 1, and 6 is 5. So 6 minus 1, that's how we get the 5. And negative 2i, negative 3i is negative 5i. So how do we separate this? We have 10, 5 over 10 minus 5 over 10i. So 1/2 minus 1/2 I. So look at the left. Okay, let's take a look at number 15. Now 15 is different than 14, but if it helps you, you could always write this in this form. 3 over, there's no real portion here. So if you want to, you could write it in this portion, and now we can multiply by the conjugate of this. So I'm going to do 0 plus I and 0 plus I. Okay, on top I have 3 times 0 is 0, plus 3i. On the bottom, we're conjugates, we multiply just the front and the back. So negative 1 times positive 1 is negative 1. And then I have an I squared. We know I squared is equal to equivalent to negative 1. 2 negatives make a positive. So I have 1 on the bottom and 0 plus 3i on top. 0 over 1 plus 3 over 1i, so 0 plus 3i.